Happy Monday to you, sports fan. You're watching the Proview Rundown, a special edition of the Proview Rundown. Glad you could join us. I'm Adam Diehl, also with Sebastian Noel, and we've got a treat, a surprise here as Jayden Perez of Onate High School announcing where she's going to go to college. So actually in studio also with her father, Saul Perez. So we're going to talk to them a little bit later about the decision and how it came up and a lot more. We've got highlights, and so a lot of fun and new traditions that's really started here at Proview Networks, huh, Sebastian?
Right, and it seems like this is when we get to come together now, whenever we have a really special guest in the studio.
And, I mean, maybe that's the only time we'll come together, right, during this summer. But, hey, fall is right around the corner, so no better way to prep. But a lot of news inside the state that's actually really popular that has made some noise.
Right, there's been local news has been really, what's carried the day. Talk about the Lobos, of course, and Vance Jackson. That's a transfer from UConn that Coach Weir was able to secure. And I know he made his visit a few weeks ago, did Vance Jackson. And from my understanding, it was Sam Logwood that was his sponsor while he was here. And so him and Sam were pretty tight. And Vance picked the Lobos over schools like San Diego State and Washington.
Which is interesting, and we'll
right?
talk about that later, right?
Pac-12,
okay.
A Pac-12 school in Washington was on that list as well, and he chose the Lobos over all those schools. So Vance Jackson is a Lobo.
All right, well, there's
a look at him when he was.
Our man Jay Pull in the back, he's got it going on. So Vance Jackson decides to go from from UConn, and I think he was averaging just like below 9 points a game, but very talented forward, right, 6'8". He could shoot it, he could drive it, could do a lot of different things. So it's a big pickup for New Mexico.
Yeah, he automatically becomes the biggest guy on the roster, it seems like.
Yes.
A roster full of guards.
Full of people that the New Mexico Lobos need, right? What else we got, Jay? What else we got back there? All right. Hey, this is my boy, Bryce Alford.
Well, I'll take the one on the other side.
That's fine.
Hamilton.
I'm going to take Bryce Alford. So I've obviously La Cueva, great and record holder here in the state of New Mexico. He's going to play summer league with the now defending champs, the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive, you know. What does that say about Bryce when they bring him in? You know, all they're looking for is shooting, right? Mm-hmm. So what does that say to his?
That's all he needs to do, right? Is come in and maybe hit a three-pointer.
Right. What does that say about his shooting? That they want to give him a look. And Ike Hamilton, of course, he was a teammate of his at UCLA. He's going to be with the Pacers there, but really Bryce is the local feature there, and that's what a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Defending champs, chance to make that roster.
A little bit of old news now, but it's worth mentioning because we have covered Trevor Rogers so many times here on Proview Networks and in the state championships. Trevor Rogers picked 13th overall in the first round in the MLB draft, and he's going to the Miami Marlins. So what a big day for him. And Carlsbad continues their unbelievable success with pro athletes turning out from their baseball program. So good job by Cody May continuing that tradition, and Trevor Rogers, a lefty who's going to be in the league in, I say, 2 years.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And that number 13 spot, that slots up to $3.9 million, and Trevor cashed in on all of that. It was a $500,000 contract, and then the rest to get all the way to 3.9 was a $3.4 million signing bonus. So that number 13 slot, that's a lot of money.
It's big time. We got anything else? Something? Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, there you go. What's coming up, Sebastian?
Yeah, sold. They had a 2-game winning streak against the Rapids under 23 team. Then they went on the road to Tucson. It was 3-0. They got a late goal in garbage time to make it 3-1. So now they're back to the other side of the win-loss column. They have to rebound Saturday night. Of course, we'll have that for you right here on Comcast Channel 26. But if you can make it out live, it's fireworks night.
The two times that they've played FC Tucson, they've been hammered, right? 6-1 total, I think the score has been. And now they'll play again. And by the way, this is going to be on My 50 TV live. Sebastian and I will have the call for that one. So click over at 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you on My 50 TV. The re-air will be here on Proview Sports Network, but they need to get back on the winning track, and so this is the way to do it.
Well, it's a Tucson side that's the number 4 team in the Western Power Rankings in the PDL, so on paper it's a side that's far superior to the Soul, but, you know, that's why you play those games. But Tucson's giving them a real tough time.
All right, you're probably tired of looking at Sebastian, so we'll bring in someone with a lot more talent, Jayden Perez, when we return here in just a moment on the Proview Rundown. Hey, back at it. It is the Proview Rundown, and right next to me from Onate High School is Jayden Perez, going to be a senior, but a big announcement. So you just recently announced San Diego State University.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be. So tell us about it.
Yes, I'm very, very excited just to even have this opportunity. I mean, it's something that every athlete dreams of, just being able to go play at a Division I college. So I'm very, very blessed to have this opportunity, very excited.
Also, Sebastian Noel with us. Listen, you make this decision, obviously one of the hardest decisions you have to make in your young life. We were just talking off air with your dad, Jayden Perez, who just recently dropped down as head coach of Onate, and he was saying, hey, we were admiring the handles, and he was saying, hey, that's something that we've worked on since we were 5. Talk about that relationship with your dad and building that and working on your game your entire life to get to this point.
Yeah, it's just been a real blessing that I have him, and he was able to just provide everything, all his knowledge and everything. He told me when I was young that I had this option to try and work at something every day and get me to where I am. So I took it and I ran with it. So I'm very, very fortunate that I have him there.
So you have a great season, Onate, this year. You're coming down to where you need to make a decision in college. How do you come up with San Diego State? How did you finally say that's where I need to go next level?
I just really love the staff. I mean, they've been after me for about a year and a half and just always checking in on me, always connecting. They've made 2 home visits down here. They've came and watched me play 3 or 4 different times. So I just really, you always hear that go somewhere that they want you, and I just really felt that they wanted me there and they wanted to build, and so I'm willing to be there and build with them. I'm very, very excited for the staff, and San Diego's a beautiful place, so I'm looking forward to it.
Right?
Yes.
You talked about they wanted you, and you talked about playing time. The roster as it's currently constructed, they would only have 1 senior your freshman year, so probably a chance to get some minutes right away. How did that play into your decision?
Definitely. That was something that you, as a recruit, go in asking, and I went and I just was up front with them, and they said, you know what, we're losing heavy guards. It's actually this year that these seniors are coming in this year, they're recruits, and then the year I'm going in, they're losing a lot of their guard play. So that really excited me, just having that opportunity, and we have some shoes to fill. So
you have, next year they have the 46th ranked incoming class, and then you take your year to go with that. So probably a young wave, and really that's got to be an exciting thing because you have a chance to rebuild this program, a program that hasn't really won since 2012, but these 2 classes back to back, you could be a big part of putting them back to the top of the Mountain West.
That was huge. I mean, when I started seeing all the girls like trickle in and start committing last year, it really got me excited and just thinking of that's what I want to be a part of, and so I'm real excited to just be able to play with those kinds of girls.
So what are some of the other schools that showed interest? I mean, obviously you're in the driver's seat, right? You get to make a good decision here because so many schools are giving you interest, and so what were some of those?
Yeah, some of them were Abilene Christian. I really looked into going there just because one of my former AAU teammates is there this year, so, and I love playing with her. We played well together, so I considered going there. Great staff, very successful program. Also University of Denver, Idaho State, Nebraska, Utah Valley, just to name a few, some interest from UTEP. So I really, really appreciated all the interest from the other schools as well.
Talk a little bit more about AAU, because I know Lee Williams was going to be here but can't be here, but I know a vital part of what your success has been, besides also your dad, Jayden Perez. Talk about him a little bit in the AAU program.
Yeah, Coach Lee, I just really, when I talk about who I owe it to, it's really my dad and Coach Lee, because I was super, super fortunate just to be able to be a part of that program, that organization that he has out of El Paso. He really got me all the schools to look at me and got me where I need to be. He's the one that told me in 7th, 8th grade, no, you need to be this, and really took me out of my shell. So I'm really, really fortunate. Anybody that has a chance to play for him, I mean, he's amazing. Really, really great.
We hate to talk about this, but it's a fact. The fact of life is injury, right? And something that you just went through, an unfortunate ACL injury, and you're successful out of surgery. Now, apparently you're already rehabbing this fast, and you've got an amazing attitude about it, and that's the way to go about it. But tell me about that process and how it kind of plays in. I know it's got to be difficult a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that you ever want to hear. I mean, I was really in shock at first, but I just tried to approach it with a positive attitude, and that everything happens for a reason. So luckily we got the ball rolling. We got my surgery in pretty quick, and it was on Friday morning. So I took my 2 or 3 days of just being up around the house, and we started rehab today. So I'm really excited to just get moving with everything.
Well, that's good. That's the best way to go about it, Sebastian.
Right.
Sebastian would be laying around his house right now. He wouldn't even be trying to
rehab. It can be a lengthy process. So what's left on your high school to-do list? I mean, obviously you have a team that was in the playoffs. You had a fantastic season, coming off a 20 point a game, 6 rebounds, almost 3 assists. You know, you had really good games when it counted. 30 against Roswell, 24 against Sandia, 25 against Mayfield. So what's left to do on your high school to-do list?
I mean, there's a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish with this team. Of course, I want to get back to my girls and everything, but I've had to accept that I have to just go with this process and see if I'm able to get back and play the last remainder of the season or whatever. So
obviously the timetable is so up in the air with an injury like this.
Yeah,
right?
definitely, just how your body reacts and everything. So. But I mean, I'd love to get back to my girls.
But it's got to make it like smoother, because we're talking about this off air. It's got to make it smoother though. For you get to make your decision. That's got to be a little bit of a burden. I'm still going to go to San Diego State and play, and even though this ACL injury is here, and that they have faith in you, and that they still have it offered out there. That's got to feel good.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was just huge for me to know that they were still there backing me through all this injury and everything. So just that I have all this support and all these people really believing in me, I think it really, really helps the whole process.
How much more of a target do you think they'll be on your back now that you're officially a D1 next level athlete? Defenses, now the triple teams might come instead of the double teams, right?
Yeah.
Talk about how tough that's going to be this senior year.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it was a shock going into my sophomore year. I think that's when I all kind of got a glimpse of it, and I was just like, whoa, this is a lot. But through the whole process and everything, you kind of learn how to handle it and how to get your other teammates involved. And I was just real fortunate this season that my teammates just were amazing and helped in, and we just improved so much. So
right now, well, not right now. You're just off surgery. Right before surgery, if you're hooping with your father, are you going to take him?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, that's because
it's
that's
been
what I
like
want to
that
know.
for a couple of years. I'll have to throw him under the bus.
Good.
Does he go into the stall in the one-on-one? That's what I want to know.
He does. He tries to get me tired, runs me back and forth, but yeah.
This is what I thought. I had a feeling. Jaden Perez, we'll have Jayden Perez join us here, so come on back. Just announcing San Diego State University is where she'll be playing her college ball. So come on back.
Hey Lobo fans, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Samantha.
Jaguar Land Rover Albuquerque has been a family-owned business since 1988. The 2017 Jaguar F-Pace has been named the winner of the 2017 World Car of the Year and World Car Design of the Year.
Land Rover's signature terrain response system is flawless against any curveball New Mexico weather can throw at you.
We have a class-leading extended warranty on all Jags and Land Rovers and one of the greatest pre-owned inventories in the state of New Mexico.
Call 505-797-3600 to schedule a test drive.
Don't forget, every Proview Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewNetworks.com to buy your DVD today.
Altitude Sports Grill is where Albuquerque's sports fans won't miss a game. With locally crafted brews on tap and refreshingly crisp cocktails. Located in Hotel Cascada, Albuquerque residents find a staycation worth staying for. Catching Lobo sports, enjoying a beer on the beach, or wiping out, Hotel Cascada is home to your urban adventure. Affordable guest rooms, no-hassle water park parties, and much more.
Back at it on a Monday to make it more fun, college announcements. I'm Adam Diehl along with Jayden Perez. She just announced she's going to San Diego State, so we have to have her on. Glad you guys could make the trip. And now Saul Perez, freshly just stepped down as head coach of Onate. Unbelievable tenure, coach. I have to say that while you're up here.
Thank you.
Was fortunate enough to cover the state championship run against Monzano in that awesome year. And, you know, I know this year maybe it didn't go the way you wanted as the 1 seed, but still a fantastic year and an unbelievable coaching career. So congratulations to that.
Thank you. Thank you for all those nice, kind words.
Yeah, and we've always had good run-ins and stuff, and so much respect to you. And it's a fun to see now that what your daughter has become. And now, obviously, that's why we're here, is because she's made the announcement to San Diego State. And so you, as father and coach and everything in between, have to be really proud.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, since she started this goal of hers, and 5 years old, 6 years old, working hard, putting in the work ethic, stayed committed to reach it. At this point, of course, is very, very, very. We're just so thankful for it and blessed. She's done a great job through her career, and we're extremely pleased. And you couldn't. I couldn't ask for this kind of opportunity for a better kid than Jaden. And I'm not just saying that because she's my kid, but I tell people all the time, as great as a player as she is, she's a better person. And I attribute a lot of that to my lovely wife Vanessa, who's in the studio here. But she's the one that always kind of.
You're a smart man.
Well, I'm being honest, and I've said that before. She's the one that kind of led Jaden into being that kind of person. And I guess I got more of the duties of making her, what she is as a player. But it's been a good combination, and it's all worked out for us.
Just before we went to break, Jaden admitted that she could take you on the court for the last couple of years at least.
Well, I'll have to admit to it. There are some times, Adam, I still get up and down, believe it or not, either in the city league or open gyms with our boys. So a lot of times when she does beat me, it's because I'm a little injured or I'm hurting a little bit. But no, she's done a good job of it. She really has. And I'll admit to it, she has got me a couple of times in the game one-on-one for sure.
Consistently.
So, it's had to be difficult, right, as of late, especially as, when you're coaching and then Jaden's playing and you have to miss events and stuff like that. And now Jaden is going to college. And so talk about that. This has got to be part of the process here.
Oh, without a doubt, that's, and I've said it before, that's the biggest reason why I stepped down as a coach. Coaching to me was a passion. It's something I enjoy doing, but my priorities right now in my lifetime, at this period of my life, is of course my family. It's time to step away a little bit and make it easier on them for me being around. And the no-brainer, Adam, was knowing Jaden was going to play and continue to play this game of basketball in the college years. We want to be there 100% and support her. So that was key for me. So I think it was good timing. I've been doing it for 20 years, and when you're doing it with a lot of passion and energy and putting in all the work, it's a grind and it wears on you a little bit. So I think at this point in my career, I probably need a little break, and that's what we're doing right now. So I've been blessed that I've been able to do that, and it's going to be good, without a doubt.
Jim, what's it like, your father being so integrated in the game of basketball and successful as a coach too, but not only is he a coach, but your father, and learning from him?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, anything he tells me, I listen to, and he told me that when I was young. If you listen to me, your life's going to be a lot easier. So,
and you listened?
Yes, I really stuck with that advice, and I mean, I think it's brought me to good places. So I'm really, really fortunate just to have two amazing supporting parents to push me to where I'm going.
Okay, so there had to have been some times though where you clashed, right?
Oh,
like
definitely.
On the court.
Tons.
We'll come home from the gym and we'll both just walk in the house and go our separate ways.
That's
Mom
normal,
knows.
I think, right?
Yeah.
And she tries to play mediator. Okay.
Yep.
Stuck in the middle.
All right.
She's kept us in one piece, Adam. She really has. We couldn't have done it without without Vanessa. I tell you, man, she's been great.
So then, Jayden, what was it like with Vanessa and your dad? So what was it like them helping you through this process of making your decision to go to San Diego State?
They just always told me really to just keep faith, and wherever I'm meant to be, I'm going to be. And so that's why I just stayed patient through all of it. And then when I knew that I needed to make a decision soon or whatever, they've just always been my number one. And I felt it in my heart where I wanted to be. They knew where I wanted to be. So it was just kind of meant to be.
So is there a moment that you can remember that stands out to you, maybe in her high school career or even earlier, that you said, man, she's got the abilities here to make it to the D1 level?
It's funny that you say that, Adam. I actually do. And it sticks vividly in my mind. I actually coached Jayden during her young years, Pee Wee League, and it was an organization there in Las Cruces, the LC Bears is what we were called. And we would always go up against one of the better teams locally, and I think we had like maybe 3 straight losses against them. I think our group was a little younger than that group, but one game finally we went into the game, and it was probably, she was probably 4th grade, 5th grade, and I talked to Jayden, as a coach, not as a father-daughter. And I talked to her about taking the next step. Even at that age, I wanted to see what she could do mentally. And I talked to her about being great and not good. She was just always good. So I wanted to start kind of implementing the mental part of the game. And I talked to her about, having these 3 losses to this team in the past couple of years. And, it was time for her to play great and get over the hump. And she listened, just like she said earlier. I told her some important cues on it. And sure enough, she came out and she played a lot stronger. She played with no fear, and she played the way I knew she could play. She's had the skill. It was just always the mental thing. And fortunately, we were able to beat that team. And I think it was a championship game, believe it or not. I'm not sure you remember that or not.
No, I don't.
But at that moment, I was like, you know what, Jayden, she has the ability to play at the next level. Not only physically but mentally. I saw that during that course of the game. It was nice to see.
Jayden, how about you? When did you know, okay, this is what I'm going to do?
I think when I really made that decision, I was really, really young, and that's when I just fully committed myself to going to the gym every day, working out, listening to what he told me to get better, and just really committing to this process and saying that if I work hard, that I'll get to where I want to be.
What was your favorite moment, you would say, in high school? Maybe favorite win, favorite bucket, favorite moment?
Really just this whole past year was just amazing to me. I mean, I felt just we improved so much, and I've just never felt like so much love and just so much passion with the girls I played with that I was just so proud of them. And just something would happen on the court and you could just see it in my face, like I don't hold back, and just so proud of them. So I think just this whole past year I just was really enjoyable. I mean, we improved so much throughout the season, and you just see the girls growing and everything. So,
well, unfortunately, we're out of time here, but I do want to say this. Congratulations on an unbelievable career, Coach, again. And we've
Thank
had a
you,
lot
Adam.
of fun covering. I've especially had a lot of just getting to know you and,
Right.
and now your family and Jayden and your wife we got to meet today. And so congratulations on a great career. Congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. We're behind you here at Proview Sports Network. We appreciate you guys making the travel. Speedy
Yes.
recovery on your knee.
Thank you so
and,
much.
we appreciate it again. I mean, coming this way to be on Proview Networks, we really appreciate it. And congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
For having
Appreciate it.
us. Yes.
Guys, well done for the entire crew. Josh Brown and Jason Pohl in the back, always doing a great job. And of course, for Sebastian Noel, I'm Adam Diehl. Jaden Perez, she's going to be an Aztec. We'll see you next time here on the Rundown.
Good.